I am Dyana Rozay, and I bring a unique commentary to your favorite reality TV shows and whatever is popping on social media. If you are not a subscriber, please become one. Hit that notification bell too, that way you don't miss any of my videos. I go by Dyana Rozay on all platforms, and I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me. What's up, Supreme Team, and welcome to the channel. You guys, we got a lot to discuss. Promo drop for the second half of the season, Love and Marriage Huntsville, and it was a clip of Sunni and Destiny, and the fans went berserk, okay? There was a clip, and I think it had almost 2,000 comments on it, which is a lot for Love and Marriage Huntsville, and people were saying that they thought that Sunni was being just a little bit too empathetic toward Destiny, that she was trying to console her, and they didn't understand why. And they said, listen, Sunni's going out bad right now, and she don't have to do all this. This is your husband, girl. Well, we're going to talk about it. I think she finally gave us a reason why. I'm going to tell you what, okay? She went live earlier today, probably to get ahead of some of those comments. And she may have said too much, but I'm going to tell you guys what I saw. Make sure y'all hit my like button for me right now, please, and thank you. Share this video, okay? This is my commentary. Sunni had things to say about her husband as well as Martel, so we'll get into all of that. But yeah, let's start with these comments first, child. I had posted the video on my IG stories yesterday. If you had an opportunity to see it, great. But let's look at the comments. If you guys are let's start with this. If you are pro Destiny or pro Sunni, put it in the chat right now. Let me know where you stand, because people were batting hard in the comments over there on OWN, saying that they are Team Destiny. And then check out the rest. Someone said, sadly, most women don't support each other just because they want to take your leftovers, because they are desperate to build their own, to fill their own void in life, is what she said. They're desperate to fill their own void in life, and we got to do better and build a stronger community. Someone else said, I'm the wife. Wife is in all caps, right? With an exclamation point. They said she definitely was rubbing it in her face. She continues to downplay their friendship. Hope he doesn't end up embarrassing her the way she tried to embarrass Destiny. Someone else said, this situation gives Portia, Simon, and Fallon. We see how it worked out for them. Another person got upset with Destiny and said, he is married, okay? He married her. Move the F on and get out your feelings. This storyline is really basic, and it is getting annoying. And it went on and on and on. Someone else said, Sunni lacks accountability. It just wasn't favorable for Sunni, okay? And a lot of people are saying, listen, there is a lot of pick-me's out here. How can you side with Destiny? There are people saying that there's a lot of haters. I would like to clear my name, okay? I am not a Sunni and Moses hater. I wish them well. I'm just not invested in their story. I don't think they have enough history. You know what I'm saying? Like, they are still getting to know each other. And we're still getting to know them, if you want to be honest, on the show. So until they build some strong, solid history, I'm not going to put egg on my face by going to bat or rooting for something that on the outside looking in right now just doesn't seem to fit the bill, okay? I'm old school. I was rooting for Papoose and Remy, and we know how that ended, okay? Winnie and Nelson Mandela, child, I learned about them in school, the whole stand by your man. And later, when I found out everything, how Nelson came up out the prison and Winnie went in, that blew my damn mind, okay? Bobby Brown and Whitney, I really wanted them to heal, to get off the stuff, okay? And live out there happily ever after. And we all know what the hell happened to them. Teresa and Joe, you can't tell me you weren't crying for them kids. And lastly, the funniest couple, family on TV, Todd and Julie Chrisley. Okay. And we all know they're not divorced yet, but chances are they've already found themselves a prison boo. And you know what I'm saying? As soon as they come out, at least for Julie, she gonna be, someplace else. So that's my guess. But all that to say, these people that I put up here, they all had years and years of history. They had empires behind them. They had kids. They had a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, not the same for these two. Not yet anyway. So I'm going to have to let them cook a whole lot longer before I throw my hat into this ring, child. But let's talk about what she said earlier on her live that had me thinking, oh, this makes so much more sense why you are being a very, very empathetic. Even though when you first came out, I know you said you guys weren't friends, but clearly you knew something that was keeping you from saying what you got to say or doing what you got to do. And this is it. You do feel guilty, period. Check it out.
She really wanted him to be LeBaron. She really wanted that to be her husband. She has loved him for all of that time. You know, because I mean, you had to let a man yo-yo you for 15 years in and out, whenever it's convenient. I mean, that got to be love. Because baby, I don't know what I wouldn't have. Listen, out here walking on this green earth, yo-yo me, and that's just because I hold myself to a different value. And that's like, I've seen people say like, oh, Sunni may have coerced him to marry. Baby, please. He spoke marriage into our life from the moment that we started really dating. He was like, you my wife. And I was just looking like, yeah, I wasn't even believing it. To be honest with you.
So you heard it. She said she believes that Destiny had to be in love with Moses. And that does change things. I don't care. I really do believe that it changes things because it's harder when you're sitting in front of that person to hurt them. Now, people may believe that Destiny didn't love him, but you went from saying you was just something to bounce on to Destiny loved him. And that is two different ends of the spectrum. Okay. And I'm not going to lie, even though Sunni does not say Moses loved Destiny back, Moses said on the show that he gave Destiny an opportunity to, straighten things up or get things right, as if he was interested in her. Not only did Moses say it on the show, but that good friend Mike of his, he said the same thing. He said he gave Destiny a chance to do X, Y, and Z, as if there was an opportunity for them to be a couple. So yes, I remember these things. I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments. Yes, is Sunni still the wife? She definitely is, but she has a soft spot for that to even let it come out of her mouth. That was something maybe she shouldn't have said, in my opinion. Okay, let's talk about Moses real quick, because she did say she ain't gonna let a man yo-yo her. And okay, I respect that. You shouldn't let anybody yo-yo you. But you are naive when it comes to what he has going on with his parole, with the rules that he definitely should know, even if you don't. And it made me think, well, why didn't he tell you what he had to do? This would be his second time. This is his third time going in, but his second time being paroled. So he should have a better grip on things. And when she was talking about it, she was very, very careful to say, I didn't know the rules. She didn't say neither one of us knew the rules. She just said herself. So check this out.
People are like, Sunni, did you know that there was a possibility of him being in this predicament due to the show and stuff like that? I'm not gonna lie, I'm green as hell and naive as hell when it comes to jail stuff, because that's just not my lane or something that I'm very, very diverse in or versed in, because I don't know a lot of people that or they actively, have like parole and stuff like that. So, it was a lesson for us. It was a lesson for everything for me, because I just really didn't know what that system was like. So I really didn't have a clue, or I had a clue that there was some situations, stipulations behind everything, but I didn't know to this extreme. We didn't know. I can say I didn't know that was an actual possibility that he would end up where he is.
Did you hear that? She said we didn't know, and that she was very clear. I didn't know.
I I can say I didn't know that that was an actual possibility that he would end up where he is due to the circumstances. I naively thought that maybe house arrest or something like that. I think that's what we both thought. Um, but he was given permission at some point. But
So he was given permission at some point, but he didn't wait for the permission, which, yeah, your parole officer is going to get really upset because you aren't doing what you're supposed to do.
His PO situation, his parole officer, was very, 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 very strict. And from what we know and others that shared their experience, that's not always the case. Sometimes they're like cool, quote unquote, in terms of like, motivating you to do stuff, motivating you to explore different opportunities for yourself and so forth. But then there's sometimes when you get them and they're kind of like, they got their foot on your neck.
And that will be true for when he comes back out. He's still going to have his foot on his neck, and because he's on parole, you're on parole too. You are living that time with that man. Whatever he has left on that sentence for parole, you're going to have to live it out too. So it's going to be really, it's going to be different. I'll just put it like that. It's going to be different. Okay. But when you get to this level, when you are papoose, waiting on Remy to come out, and we all know how this relationship ended, child. But if you are willing to do that, then yes, let's go up. Let's make sure we rah rah and cheer cheer, because that is what being in love is all about. Okay. But I do want to ask you guys, what do y'all think about Sunni saying that she's really naive about the parole thing and what happens next? And even, Moses not maybe sharing everything with her so that they could have made a more informed decision. I do want to know how you feel about that. Talk to me in the comments, okay? Because I understand that she's in love, but for everybody else that's around that has a more objective, way of thinking, tell me what your thoughts are on that. Because she seemed to have had a really objective way of thinking about Martel. She said that she had spent a little alone time with Martel in LA. Apparently, they shared a car on their way to either film the reunion, or she's maybe had some interviews that they were doing up there. But she said that she got into a conversation with him about Martel cheating on Melody, and she said that she felt it necessary to hold him accountable for what he did in his marriage. And she said that if she was on the show back then, she would have done it then, and that every time she sees him, she's going to hold him accountable. And I thought, what a weird, what? Number one, they're divorced. And number two, you have your own situation where, you might want to, put the accountability there. Like, let's think about that. But she went on to say that Martel was a womanizer, an adulterer. Okay. She said he was a male chauvinist, and she said that nobody on the show has held him accountable up to this point. And a lot of people feel that way, that nobody on the show has held him accountable. We've seen Marceau say some things to him. I think Marceau point blank said, you're making a mistake. You're going to lose a lot. This is not what you want to do. I think I've heard him say that a couple of times. But a lot of people said, hell, it's Marceau who got him in this situation anyway. But long story short, she called Martel, she said a couple of things about him. And again, I could not help but to think about the parallel between Martel and Moses. Moses was an adulterer too. Even if it was with Destiny, she's accusing Destiny of cheating with Moses. Moses cheated with Destiny too when married. So he fits the bill. We know that Moses was with a lot of women because you said it. You said that he had a lot of women. His friend, this is what Sunni said on the show. He had several women, Destiny. You weren't the only one. That he stopped doing all of those things, when he met her. And then she gave him that 30-day window to, prove himself. But, or 60 days, whatever it was. But he was out there dealing with a lot of women. Even his friend Mike said it. Moses is a street ninja. He keeps a bad B in the house. And then he has a bunch of hoes in the street that's getting them feet bloody. That's how he said it. Yuck. But he did say that. And what else? He is a little bit of a male chauvinist, because saying things like, I gave Destiny an opportunity to get her life straight and show me that she was worthy of me wifing her, when you got that history on your ass, sir. That's a lot. That's a lot. I don't know. I know men are the one that's supposed to choose, but don't put yourself that high on a pedestal until you've proven yourself. That's what I think. But again, I'm coming from a different school. I'm coming from this school, okay? I want to see somebody who's been around for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Y'all talk to me in the comments. Let me know what y'all think, okay? About this whole story. Yeah, tell me what y'all think. I know y'all got opinions. And go ahead, hit that like button, share the video. Follow me on all my platforms at DYANAROZAY. I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.